Hello, welcome and thank you for joining us today to paint the fall leaves. We are going to paint with some basic colors. We're going to do red, yellow, orange, and dark green. And when we put the paint on, I'm not going to put a lot of water in my brush. I'm just going to put a little bit, even if it's tacky like this. And what I want you to do is just put it on, even if it's like that, because when we put more paint on it, it's going to give us texture. Okay, so then without rinsing my brush, I am going to do the orange leaf underneath, and I'm going to do a little circle here, go around the corner. And I mean, you can make as many of these as you like. And remember, we have a little hole on the top of it. So if you decide that you want to make it into an ornament, just poke the little hole on it. But if not, just paint it and put it on a little easel and give it to somebody as a gift. And as you can see, as we're putting the paint on here, it's starting to, it looks kind of like a little blotchy, and that's okay, because the leaves have a lot of color on them. Here's the bottom part of it. No biggie, right? So now I'm not gonna rinse the orange out of my brush. I'm just gonna tap it a little bit on my paper towel, see how hardly any of it came out. And pick up a little bit of that orange here on the bottom, just so that it's even in your brush, and then pick up your yellow again. And now look that when you mix it in here with your yellow, it becomes almost yellow and orange. See that? And it gives it a nice little texture. Again, pick up a little bit on the bottom here. No water. Come back and forth. A little orange again. Go back and forth. And what's happening is the bottom of it, since it's so bumpy, it's giving it texture. Back here, do the same thing. Leave it alone. Come back, just yellow on top of that orange. Give it the little curves. Come back here, do the same thing. And you know, if you have fall leaves in your neighborhood, just pick one up and you'll notice that there's even purple in them and some of the leaves. So at least some of the leaves that I've seen here. Come back, and don't worry so much about the paper and that you're showing some of the edge. That's okay. And I'm trying to paint this so that you can follow my hand. So here's a little yellow. Here's a little bit more yellow. And you know what? I actually like that little green showing up on the top here. That's pretty cool. Okay. So I will say that for now, let's do that little corner there. Okay. It's gonna look a little weird right now because we don't have the little lines and the shading on it, but that's okay. If you want to make it, you know, a little bit wider, you can. I'm gonna just put a little whiter color in here. Now for the bottom one, that's the orange, I'm gonna leave the paint that I have in my brush, and I'm going to really make this one orange so that we have a distinction between one and the other, right? Come down here on the bottom, do the same thing. Go all the way around, cover your pencil marks or your tracing marks, that's fine. And there it is. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my brush and just wipe it here on my paper towel. Pick up a little bit of red on the edge of my brush, and just the tips of my fall leaves, I'm going to put a little bit of that red just on the tip of my leaves, and that's how we're gonna separate it from this guy up here. And this could be the top or the bottom. See, if you turn it around, it doesn't matter. You can put them whichever way you like. They are fall leaves. So when I put my paint, I just put a little bit on the top of my brush like this, and I come right here on the edge. And whatever comes off your brush, it's what it is. Pick up a little bit more of that red, come here on the edges. I just love this dry brushing technique. Come on the sides, do the same thing. And now that's one of the leaves. I will take a little bit of that green, because I really do like some of the green on our leaves, and put them on the edges here. Wipe your brush, pick up some more of that red and go over it. And a little bit of orange. See what I'm doing? I'm just putting color over color so that it doesn't look, see, like some of the orange shows up there. If you pick up a little bit of the yellow, a little bit of the yellow can go in there. Because fall leaves have colors everywhere. And I would say that this little guy, for now, is done. We're gonna put the little lines in them. Let's turn it around so you can see both ways. So this is our big yellow leaf. I will take some of that yellow and come around the edges here to give it a little bit of a highlight right around the edge in here. And pick up a little bit of the red. Oh, a little bit too much. Wipe it down and pick up some orange again and mix it in there. Okay, see, the whole idea is that you keep going back and forth, and don't worry about actually following every line. It's a fall leaf. It's supposed to be, you know, laying on the ground. It got blown by the wind. Now we're gonna put a little vein in the middle. So I'm gonna rinse my brush out, which is my oval brush, and I'm gonna go to a round brush. And I will take my little round brush that has a nice little tip on it. See that? And I will mix it into my, I'll take a little bit of that water, because now I want this kind of liquidy, and turn it around and come from the bottom and do your little line. And it doesn't have to be perfect or exact. See that? Turn it around. Now, see how that's starting to look like a leaf? Come back and do the same thing. Start on the bottom, and they don't have to connect. See that? They can go here. They can be thick and thin. They don't have to, you know, be perfect, because nature is not perfect, and neither are we, right? There we go. Okay, so that is that for the leaves. I'm going to go back to my oval brush again, and I will pick up a little bit of that red that we started with and go underneath and over that green line that you put in there, because what that will do is soften up the little lines that you just painted on there, but you could still see them, but they are soft. And now they look like an actual leaf in nature. We will do the yellow one. We will pick up a little bit of the yellow, come back here, a little bit of the red, and go over that, more yellow, and you will see the lines of the leaf underneath, but they're not everywhere. I think I need a little bit darker here, so I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that green here. Yeah. Okay, now to do the background, depending on what color paper you use, it's up to you. I kind of like the background that I have, but let's say, for example, we wanted to darken this background. All I'm going to do is take a little bit of the red. So this is a decision that you're going to make when you finish your project, and a little bit of the green and a little bit of the red, and I will come a little bit below the line so that I know how much paint I have, and I'm just going to brush it all the way towards the center here, and come into all these little nooks and crannies right here. And leave some of your paper showing. Do here really dark. Turn it around. Let's do this side here. I'm gonna do more of the red. Wipe my brush. And some of the green. And just let it be. Don't go crazy putting paint everywhere. I need to put a little bit more. I'm gonna lighten this just here on the corner, just a tad, so that it doesn't look so pronounced. Okay. And take a little bit of that color with the orange, and just let's put a little bit in here. Pick up a little bit of your green and just follow all these little lines right in here. Go all the way around. And voila, you have some nice pretty leaves. I like the way this looks. A little bit of red. And a little bit of green to make this really dark. Let me wipe my brush, pick up a little bit more of the green. And this is where, if you want to cover something, you want to make your leaf a little thinner, you can do that. Oh, there goes my food. That little beep you hear is like, food is ready. Take it out of the oven just in time. Okay. So a little bit more red up here. Wipe your brush and just turn it around. And you're done. Doesn't that look pretty? Paint yours and let me know how you did. Don't forget to have fun while you're doing this. And if you have any questions, just email me at cruzdesigns@gmail.com. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.